Aquaman star Amber Heard accuses the co-star of the film, Jason Momoa, of playing political games behind the scenes, showing up intoxicated, and being abusive towards her. So again, this comes at us from Amber Heard, who has a lot to say about her whole situation, especially when it comes to the Aquaman franchise. One thing that's been made very clear recently is her and Jason Momoa were definitely never on good terms, let's put it that way, more or less after the first film. So when it comes to all these reports, you got to look at it with this interesting perspective that Amber Heard's already been in this giant court battle with Johnny Depp. And furthermore, she expressed in those reports that Jason would show up on set dressed like Johnny Depp, doing his mannerisms, trying to get into her head. The latest reports are that he was also showing up very intoxicated, that's going to essentially show up in the film, that he just didn't care and was just kind of there to collect a check, that he was verbally abusing her and more or less trying to get her to lose her temper, including the destruction of her property, which we covered here before, like destroying her books, which she liked to read because she would like to keep to herself. And it's just a complete mess. Everything being reported on this whole thing is just showing two very childish actors, if it all turns out to be true. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm no fan of Amber Heard, but if she wants to be away from everybody and just do her own thing between takes and when she's not needed, let her do that. Don't destroy her property because you get a kick out of it. At the same time, she should also be a team player, maybe be a little bit more involved. But if the other actor is being evil towards her and they don't like her and don't want her there, then I don't know, they should have just gotten rid of her. But at the same time, maybe she shouldn't have tried to fire back and, said some things and try to pull some strings, which now we're hearing that maybe she was trying to get Elon Musk involved. And man, it just all sounds pretty childish from both perspectives. I keep saying it, the most interesting part of the DCEU is going to be if somebody ever writes a book or makes a movie on all the behind-the-scenes nonsense that happened in the building and the collapse of the DCEU, because that's going to be the most interesting film we ever get from the DCEU, and this one being the final entry, certainly it's ending it on a high note, that's for sure. A high note when it comes to complete controversy and a complete mess, that is.